Hi everyone, this is a complimentary video attached to the official demo presented, on which we have seen the advantages of integrating Pricing4SaaS inside PetClinic. This video is designed for developers, and we will see how Pricing4SaaS has been integrated inside the code of PetClinic, both in its frontend and the backend. Let's start. As you can see, we have a full stack application comprising of both a Spring backend and a React frontend. The first step towards automating any SaaS application that is driven with pricing is to describe its pricing using the YAML for SaaS syntax. For example, here we have described and represented the pricing of PetClinic. In the first section, we declare the features that will be controlled using this approach. For example, the allocation of pets inside an user account, the visits that these pets can have inside the application with the vets, the support priority depending on which tier the user is subscribed, and a set of Boolean features that will be activated or not depending on the tier of an user. In the second section, we describe a set of usage limits that are attached to the feature described above. For example, the maximum number of pets that an owner can register inside PetClinic, or the max visits per month that can be booked for each one. Once we have described both the features and usage limits of our application, we can regulate them inside the plans block. For example, in PetClinic, we have defined 3 different tiers: Basic, Gold, and Platinum. If you want to read more information about the YAML for SaaS syntax and how this whole document has been built, we will be linking the official documentation to this video. After creating our model inside the YAML for SaaS syntax, we include the Pricing4SaaS package inside the POM file of the backend of our application. After we have successfully installed such package, we should go to our application main class and add it to the components scan annotation, like we have done here. After that, we go to the security configuration and add the renew token filter. This will be the equivalent to the feature checker component that we have presented on the paper. It can be imported by using this import. Additionally, if your application supports cores, like we do in PetClinic, you should modify your configuration in order to allow to expose the header new token, which is used by the filter we have presented in order to notify the frontend of updates of the token that contains the feature evaluation variables. After having set all these configurations along our application, we just have to create the pricing configuration class, which extends from the abstract1 pricing context. This class will be the core of the pricing configuration and automatic feature toggling along the whole application, and define a set of methods that finally adapts Pricing4SaaS inside PetClinic. For example, we have determined which file describes the pricing, which is the one that we have created a few moments ago, which users of the application are affected by the pricing driven features. So, for example, admins or vets are not included in the evaluation process. How do we model the user authorities inside PetClinic? For example, as a map of containing the role of the current logged user. How the user context is retrieved inside the application. For example, if we go into this method, we can see that we return a map whose keys are strings and the values are objects, representing the user context of each logged user, differentiated by the role. For example, for owners, we retrieve the username, the number of pets they have, and the initial visits value for each month. In this case is 0. Once this class has been completely set, we can use Pricing4SaaS features both in frontend and backend. For example, if we search for the pricing plan aware annotation, we can see that we have used it on the consultation service to check if the have online consultation features is allowed for the user performing the request in this situation. So if it is not allowed, the user could not use this operation and the system will not have to execute this method. Moving on to the front-end, integration of Pricing4React is quite straightforward. You just have to install the package and modify your fetch method in order to include an interceptor that receives the new token header value if the response had it, and update the local storage JWT key in order to update with the new token. By implementing this logic, we can keep track of the updates of the JWT token and keep it updated on the local storage so that Pricing4React can consult it in order to dynamically adjust the UI of the user. After setting up this logic, we can use Pricing4React hooks and features to dynamically enable and disable different components of the UI, as I have said. All the specification of such method can be found in our official documentation. Thank you for watching. We hope this video has clarified the core concept of Pricing4SaaS for you. If you are interested in delving deeper and want to check out the code of this demonstration, you'll find it available in the video description below. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to ask.